Yes, I can't wait to show you this room because it's extremely important to the success of our school. We have talked about Maslow and we've talked about Bloom and how you have to Maslow before you can bloom. We haven't talked about the school to prison pipeline. And when you have the school to prison pipeline in mind, you'll understand why this is such a big deal. Now, I'm gonna have to do a whole separate video on school to prison pipeline. Before anyone says anything, I teach in Title I school in a highly impoverished area of our city. Bars in our windows, but love in our hearts. So this is our school's quiet room. This was once a nurse station, but once COVID hit, they had to be moved to a different part of our building. Our principal, who is very invested in trauma-informed teaching, saw a need for our students to have a space where they can re-regulate themselves once they've become dysregulated. Once you're dysregulated, your chances of making poor choices based on desperation to seek safety are much greater. And at that point, you have two options. You either follow a zero-tolerance policy, fight back and suspend students for their actions, or you give them a chance to learn restorative practices, get themselves back together, and help them learn how to regulate themselves after difficult situations. When students are suspended, it does nothing for them academically and only sends them back to a place where they may have gotten their trauma in the first place. So this room is used in several different ways. If a child comes in dysregulated, adults such as our counselor or principal will help them work through those emotions and calm them down. Another option is that our students that are on behavior plans that have structured breaks will come down here to take a break from the classroom, check in with our principal, and it helps them to kind of click the restart button as they start to get antsy in the classroom. Our principal will sit in this room and chat with them and build relationships with them so that they feel safe and comfortable coming down to speak with her and to check in with her. If you notice, there are calming tools down here that is something for everyone. There are books, Legos, puzzles, weighted blankets, soft chairs, soft blankets, soothing sounds, soothing lighting, and an overall just generalized feeling of safety and comfort. Coming down here does not necessarily mean that you're in trouble. We teach our students to use it as a tool. The best thing about this room is it is right outside of our principal's office, right here. Now, if a student becomes too much of a problem where they can no longer be inside of their classroom, they might skip that calm room and have to do their work down here. They are still in an academic setting instead of being suspended. This was completely funded through donations, as are most things in our school.